Spooky2 online meditation with myself,
And myself,
balancing calm and insight.
transitioning between stillness and clarity.
Now, what does it mean to transition between stillness and clarity? Well, this is the difference between Samatha and Vipassana. Um, so you're supposed to jump in. Okay.
No.
Sam,
No. I'll leave this to you because you
oh,
are an expert in
wow.
Vipassana, and you are born
Well,
with stillness, and you are an expert in clarity. So
are you
yeah,
calling
I'll
me?
leave the yeah you are you.
I was
I'll
born
leave
with
this to you.
stillness. This is a euphemism saying I was born with laziness. But anyway, stillness is when you focus on an object and you focus on procedural meditation where you sit down. You focus on one thing. It can be an object. It can be anything, a photo. It can be a candle. It can be your breathing. It can be anything. But maintaining your focus on that object.
Concentration.
That's developing your concentration. That's the
Yeah.
word.
Yeah.
And the other one, the Vipassana, is where you take it from a different angle, where when you meditate, you've already achieved Samatha, and now you can look outward, gaze out further, not have any specific thoughts in your mind necessarily, but really absorbing everything that's around you. We've got a video that
Being aware.
being aware. It's almost like awareness.
But
So,
I thought it's looking inward.
that's really what
Oh, that's one.
Samatha is. But that's right. You
Inward and inward is
it's one.
one.
There is no difference between the
Mm.
two when you go to the advanced stage because there is no self. Anyway, we're jumping ahead of ourselves in leaps and bounds. Why combine the two? Why combine Samatha and Vipassana? They actually work well together. Um, it's good to begin with Samatha because it settles your mind.
And the Vipassana brings insight.
That's right. Once your mind is settled and your monkeys stop dancing around and your thoughts are not jumping from this to this to this to this to this, when you can sit down and just relax and have zero thoughts, even, then you can embrace Vipassana. And true meditation is a dance between calmness and clarity. We didn't change that, did we?
No.
So it's really not having a line between the two. It's merging the two. You are both calm, you have clarity, and you receive the insight from all that's around you. And this is one where we did change from calmness to insight. Now you begin learning your meditation with focusing on an object. It can be your breath or a physical object. And this helps to calm the mind. It focuses your mind. If you keep on looking at something and you try and block off other thoughts, it gives you a laser focus on that object and stops your mind from thinking about other thoughts. Samatha is nothing about focusing on a particular subject. It's all about blocking off thoughts. And the best way to achieve that, especially in the beginning, is to focus on just one object. Because, I mean, how interesting can one object be? Don't focus on a TV. But I mean, if it's a inanimate object that's stationary, perfect. It's as boring as anything, right? How exciting is a candle? How exciting is your breathing? It's not, but it's good to choose something that is not changing very much because it doesn't arouse thoughts in your mind. And you train your mind to have that focus and to have the calmness. And then you carry over this calmness ability that you've gained through Samatha to Vipassana, the second level, if you like. I'm not sure if it's a second level, but I guess it's the natural thing to do after you've reached the state of calmness, where you can allow your mind, yourself, your soul to have the freedom because you're no longer going to have scattered thoughts. You've already trained yourself for the focus and the concentration. Now, when you use the method of Vipassana, you can just open up your curtains and just see things as they really are. This insight arises naturally when the mind is settled, and it's settled through the techniques taught through Samatha.
You just mentioned to see things as they really are.
Yeah.
So, what is the world you see?
Oh, well, the world that I see isn't as abstract as what our senses tell us. Our senses say to us, there's something there and you can touch it and it's there. But when you think about it in a microscopic level, there is no such thing as a solid. Everything is electrons with a nucleus and electrons and protons. Nothing is stationary. Nothing is hard. Nothing is solid. It's we know everything is energy. So you've got to. It's good to um, find a way where you can um, use more than your senses of sight, your eyes, ears, nose, and those to observe through Vipassana. When you're meditating Vipassana, there is no such thing as solid objects. There is no such thing as, sight, sound, and stuff. That's not there. Um, and there is no such thing as time. And so, in that state, you can be putting oneself in any place, any time. But then, what is the point? Because there is no place, because that insinuates something physical again.
Mm.
All we have is our five senses. There are some animals that can sense much more than us. They can see a much broader spectrum of light, for example, ultraviolet. They can see infrared. They can see these different things in a different way to us. We only see a very small, narrow.
4%.
Okay. I don't know where that came from. Okay. Yeah.
Scientific.
Science. I know. I know. I'm impressed. But the thing is, we only know what our senses tell us. But there is so much more out there that our senses aren't capable of receiving. They just can't. We got even a dog, a normal, common, beautiful dog. They they experience the world in a totally different way to us. For a start, their sensation of smell is much greater than ours, probably equal to their standard of sight. And so for us, smell is kind of like a secondary or third grade sense. Eyesight is most important to us. But some animals use smell for being great, as a greater priority. Some animals sense EMF, if you like, especially for aquatic creatures. That sharks, for example, sense their prey from miles away through the electricity that's in the water. And they've got sensors in their snouts which are sensitive to this. And so they know where their prey are so far away. And we're totally clueless because we can't sense things like that. Bats have got, okay, they have got sight. It's false that they're blind, but um, in the dark, eyesight is secondary to hearing. We only know the world from what our senses have told us. And here's the big clanger: our senses are lying to us. It's like looking through rose-tinted glasses, and everything looks rosy.
That's
And
why I said it. Why it's so dark.
dark, and it's not. It's the glasses you're wearing. We are stuck with our senses. We can't experience the universe in its pure state using our senses as the portal. We can only do it with our minds, and our minds initially aren't ready. They'll go into overload. or become put up its barriers, because it's just the way that we have become. We don't trust our inner thoughts. We trust our senses. Seeing is believing, the saying goes. Or seeing is not believing. Knowing is believing. And this comes through the wisdom of Vipassana.
It's not a theory. That's what you see, right?
Oh, sure, sure. But I can't explain in words, because words are a human invention, whereas truisms are way beyond that. All I can do is experience them and know them, but I can't transfer them to someone and say, well, it's like this, it's like floating in a cloud and la da da.
Yeah, we can only achieve that through our own practices. No one else can help us.
No, no. Okay. I did a lot of chin wagging in this one.
It's very good. I
You go,
was.
you do this one.
Oh no, you do it. You do it.
Ah, okay.
Because that's
Okay,
yeah.
well, from insight back to calmness. When observation feels scattered or tiring, return to calmness, especially at the early stages when you've gone just recently from using Samatha techniques to Vipassana. You find your mind still just sometimes clicking in to logic mode. Then you've got to use your Samatha techniques to focus again and then transfer that calmness, which you then achieve, back to Vipassana. And so during a single meditation session, you may find yourself transferring from one to another. But you know, the great thing about meditation, well, there are several things. First of all, no one's there to judge you. There is no way that is wrong. Okay. But you can use these techniques that we are suggesting to help you on your path for you to find your truth. Okay. And so quite often you may bounce between focusing on an object to experiencing the truth of the universe. And then you might find in self observation, a thought pops up, and you don't just observe the thought, but you extend the thought, you engage with that thought. Then you must bounce back to Samatha and focus on an object. In Vipassana, you should have the state where you have thoughts, that's good, but you do not engage with those thoughts. You have stepped away from your day to day life. You are observing yourself like a scientist. So you step back. Yes, it's okay to have thoughts in Vipassana. It's good, but not thoughts which then logic has to be applied or you've got to contribute. It's more about observation. The truth is out there, but it's out of reach for most people because they do not know the paths. And the paths are through calmness and self observation, then opening the curtains, and there it is. There's the truth. So if you do find yourself with your mind starting to bounce a little bit, you put yourself back into samatha, breath awareness, or focusing on an object to restore your calmness. It's all perfectly natural. It's perfectly natural to not be able to do this as well. If you find, well, here, John's talking about something and I just can't do it, I'm hopeless, I'm this and that. You're doing two things wrong. First of all, you're judging yourself. There is no wrong way, and there is no standard, no absolute ideal way to do it. And another thing you're doing wrong is you're pushing yourself. The truth should be easy. Just let yourself into the state of calmness, and then let the truth become exposed. And what is this truth? Well, I can't explain it to you because there's no words. But you'll experience you will be able to do things that you had not been able to do before. From my personal experience, I can do things which a lot of other people can't do because they're so engaged in the here and now. But what if the now is never? There is no now.
There's no now.
There is no now. Because that suggests there's a future in the past, and there's actually no future and no past either.
Ah,
It's so deep, so deep.
but what do they say about living the present moment?
That is a saying to enjoy your life as it is now. You know, this is your lot. Enjoy it. But this is another human abstract. But we're not talking abstracts here. But I can't explain it through words because words just do not do any credit to what I've experienced and what I know.
Gosh.
I can't. There's no words for it. But the cycling between focusing on an object and then in the calmness, open up yourself to the universe. It strengthens your focus and your wisdom. The wisdom comes through the Vipassana, which is when you open the windows, open the curtains. It's the wisdom. And so here you're gaining wisdom without. The universe is your teacher. You don't have to go to a teacher and ask them for knowledge and that. And that's not wisdom, by the way. That's only knowledge. That's not wisdom. True wisdom is in the universe. It's there already. We are like puppets. All that we do in the course of a day are reflexes that we've learned through previous life experiences. Thirsty, drink water. How do you drink water? You have to fill a cup to your mouth. You've done that before a gazillion times. It's like we are puppets. There's nothing new.
So we're driven by what?
We're driven by our karma. We're driven by what?
Karmic habits.
Yes, through this life and for people that are and also previous lives. Just ourselves, inherent nature. If someone gets angry at you, you bounce it back to them, or you have, these comebacks and this and that. Everything suggests that we are just robots. We are programmed by ourselves, programmed by our own experiences. And the way to illustrate this is this, where you can say the same thing to two people. Say to someone, you got long hair. For one person, it might be an insult. For another person, it might be a compliment. One person gets angry, the other one's happy. It's the same words, the same message, but for the two people, it's different. And they take it different because of their programming.
Yes.
And how are you programmed?
And that was programmed by ourselves, not by some.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right. So how are you programmed? And have you got the determination to change your own programming? Only you can do it. You're not going to have someone to take your hand and show you the way. Only you can do it. Only you. And you can use different techniques, but meditation is perhaps the best way because it takes you step by step. You get into the state of calmness, and then through the calmness, you apply that in the next step, Vipassana, where at that point you start absorbing, just like a sponge, the truth. And if something's the truth, it should be easy. It's not like going to school and you learn mathematical formulas or chemical equations and things. It's nothing like that. The truth should be easy, and it is. But it's behind. It's beyond our senses. That's our handicap. Did I ramble on too long? Did I? Okay, there we go. Moving on. The heart center is connected to the eyes through wisdom channels. In our tradition of meditation, your eyes should be kept open. This is a very important point. If you are sensitive to disturbances from outside, when you begin to practice, you may find it helpful to close your eyes for a while. Close your eyes slightly, but not completely. Let your eyelids droop naturally, leaving a small gap for light to pass through, and look inward quietly. Try it yourself, and you will find that your mind naturally turns inward. Once you feel established and calm, gradually open your eyes, and you will find your gaze has grown more peaceful and tranquil. Now look downwards, along the line of your nose, at an angle of about 45 degrees in front of you. One practical tip in general is that whenever your mind is wild, it's best to lower your gaze. When distracted or excited, lower your gaze and tilt your head slightly downward. Whenever you are dull and sleepy, bring the gaze up. Slightly lift your chest and tilt your head upwards to bring your gaze up. Once your mind is calm and the clarity of insight begins to arise, you will feel free to bring your gaze up, opening your eyes more and looking into the space directly in front of you. This is the gaze recommended in the practice of the great perfection. Gazing at the space, at this point, there is no self, no phenomena, no knowledge or views in the mind, not even the view of the great perfection. Then, merge with the space of the Dharma realm. This practice uses the external emptiness and luminosity to inspire the mind to merge with our Buddha nature, which is luminous in essence. By nature, there is no self, no phenomena. The luminosity and emptiness can help inspire our innate Buddha nature because luminosity and emptiness are the inherent characteristics of wisdom. Use emptiness and luminosity to inspire the mind to merge with our true nature. In the teachings of the Great Perfection, it is said that your meditation and your gaze should be like the vast expanse of a great ocean. Gazing at the space, the mind will become boundless, not like the ocean, but like the space, all-pervading, open and limitless. This is the mind of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, as Dharmakaya is all-pervasive by nature. When your mind and Dharmakaya merge as one, your true nature naturally appears. Just as your view and posture are inseparable, so your meditation inspires your gaze, and they now merge as one. This practice is a preparation for practicing the great perfection. First, lower your gaze, then gradually lift it up, and finally turn your eyes upwards and gaze at the space. The eyes are the doors of the luminosity. The heart center is connected to the eyes through wisdom channels. Our eyes are open and the whole space is within our field of vision, but don't gaze at anything or anyone. Our eyes are open like a mirror, reflecting every object and every person in the hall, but we don't gaze at anyone or anything in particular. As practitioners, our minds are also like this. Your mind and your eyes are connected. As your mind grows broader, your vision becomes wider. Your mind becomes more and more spacious and pervasive. You will discover now that your vision becomes more expansive and that there is more peace and equanimity in your mind. This is the way of practice. Don't gaze at anything in particular. When an ordinary being is attached to something or someone, whether out of greed or anger, his eyes are fixed on that thing or that person. When we meditate, don't focus on anything in particular. Instead, turn back into yourself slightly and let your gaze expand. When you are not attached to anything, you naturally have a broad vision. Why is Avalokitesvara called thousand-eyed? It's not that he has 1,000 physical eyes, but his mind is all-pervasive, illuminating everywhere. Using figurative language, we say that he has 1,000 or even 10,000 eyes. Okay. No questions from the audience, so... Okay, now we're going to begin our 20-minute open awareness meditation with gentle alpha wave music to calm the mind and connect to our deeper self.
Well, just a question, because it is recommending us to keep our eyes slightly open while doing meditation. What is your suggestion for our audience today?
Well, we can try.
For beginners, they can simply keep their eyes closed.
Oh, sure, absolutely. But if you wish to experience, have your eyes ever so slightly open. I find myself that my eyes get dry.
Get wet. My tears came down when I had my eyes open.
Yeah. It's sort of like the blinking competition where you after a while your eyes start streaming. But yes, I do find that I find it difficult. But I occasionally try it again. So my advice is give it a try. Maybe you can do it easier than Echo and myself. So get yourself comfortable. Now, do you want to tell people what you're saying to me, whispering?
I need to catch the train, so I will probably privately, secretly leave while we're doing meditation.
So just be forewarned, because forewarned is forearmed. You'll be stuck with me. But at least we've got Echo for half a meditation session, right? And she's agreed to do the next one all by herself. What?
Who said it? You
Me.
agreed?
We agreed. Okay, it's good. Okay. So get yourself comfortable. They say cover yourself, but I think today I'm just really too hot to cover myself.
Okay.
So I won't. And yeah, I'll go back a little bit. Yeah. And we shall begin. Okay, are we ready? Oh, see, a few people still getting themselves settled. Okay. Okay, well, we'll start. Cross your legs, try and have your back straight. I have my hands in this kind of position on my lap. You have it on that position. Again, there's no wrong way.
There's no wrong way.
No wrong way. And let's go. keep your eyes closed. Rub your hands together. Rub your hands and place them over your eyes. Rub them again. Pat the top of your head, your neck, your shoulders. I said close your eyes, Andre. Pat your chest, your stomach, and your back. Gently open your eyes. Whoa. See if your legs can straighten off again. Oh, my better half's gone. Well, I hope that meditation was good. I hope you managed to relax and just focus on mindfulness. Now we see blessings. The key factors that determine an individual's spiritual energy level are their social motives and state of mind. Let's create a world filled with peace and happiness together. May all beings always possess happiness and the causes of happiness. May all beings always be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings always have the joy of no suffering and feel contentment in their hearts. And may all beings be free from greed and anger and abide in equanimity and peace. We are all equals. We are all one family. Monthly meditation sessions. We've got activity round 8 of our virtual meditation. That ends on the 9th of September, so there's still a long time to go, but we encourage you to participate. If you participate with a lot of other people, you get the support, structure, and it helps you to develop. And online meditation with John and Half Echo. Well, we were lucky to have her for part of the time anyway. And the second course, we haven't yet decided the date, but it'll be in about 2 weeks' time. If you want to learn more, we have a personal growth YouTube channel. We have an Embarking on the Path of Inner Peace website. Spooky2 Virtual Meditation Challenge. And of course, the online meditation, which we've just had now. Gosh, episode 24. Yeah, well, time flies when you have fun. Okay, so stop sharing. There we go. So there we have it. I see a lot of comments have come through. I'll just have a quick read through. Now, William, I've got a bit of a gripe with you. You said, I love your outfit, Echo, but you didn't mention my clothes. Okay, and I love to hear from where you're from in your comments. And Ma Reed, she's from Finland, all the way from Finland. Wow. Actually, I'd love to see Finland. I think Finland is supposed to have, is it Finland? The happiest people or the most open people. Second, with a very close second for Canadians. Finland, yeah. I've never thought of going to Finland. I know it's cold. I know that they don't get a lot of sun during the winter time. but I'm also told that the people are very nice, and it's reason enough for me. I don't want to go where I'm not feeling welcome. Okay. Oh, and Todd, now I see your message about difficult to hear my voice. Well, I have everything wound up to the maximum. I think because you've only got one microphone, because you've got shallow pockets, and it's in the middle between two people, that's when the distances become a bit large and the volume becomes less. I'm hoping that you can hear me now because I have the microphone in the regular distance away. Okay, and I see Smalley, who's our lovely Spooky2 staff member, has given help on how to increase the volume of your Zoom. And Todd is saying, well, he's trying. Sorry, Todd, the fault will be all ours. Maybe I should invest in a two microphone thingy. um, well, it all costs money, doesn't it? Um, okay. And I tried to meditate again. I'm not very good at meditating with my eyes open, to be honest. My eyes always start watery, and then they become a distraction. And the same happened again, but I was okay with that. I just then closed my eyes and did meditation the way I normally do. Now, ML says the music is annoying. Sorry, I'll pass your constructive comment forwards to the people that do the video. Um, I wonder, what would you call not annoying music? ML. So, the music you listened to has the brainwave frequencies embedded into it to help people enter the state of meditation, which is the objective of this exercise. Not necessarily just to listen to music, but if the music is annoying, that can be distracting. So we've taken your criticism on board, and I'll tell the relevant people. Okay, and thanks to everyone. And we have a Canadian with us too, Adeline. Oh, she's sitting in the middle row. Hi, Adeline. And yeah, from Victoria. And yeah, I love your comments. I love your comments. I mean, most of them are saying where you're from. And Jeremy says being present is a gift. Isn't that beautiful? You know, just being here, participating with a group of people, all like-minded, wanting to self-improve. Oh, the music was over my voice at the end of the meditation. Okay, I'll bear that in mind because I can stop that early. So I'll do that next time. Okay, Adeline, thanks for that. Um, and William says my shirt looks comfortable. He's a guy, so he's not allowed to say my shirt looks kind of cool. No, it looks all right. Hey, I take that on board too. Thanks very much for that. I'm only joking. I don't. I've got no pride as such. I don't worry. I don't worry. But the end music with the music was too loud. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I'll make sure that's quieter next time. Okay, and Todd is asking, do I have any recommendations on meditation with severe headaches? Mine is from toxicity and it's constant. Wow. Well, you really need to put yourself in the mind space. Find a quiet space where you haven't got the triggers, the fertilizers for this headache. If it's from the toxicity, and let's face it, probably most of us experience toxicity from life. We'll just put it under the broad heading of life. There's a lot of really toxic things out there. To find inner peace, you've got to really put yourself into a place away from the toxicity. So, you try and find quiet spots. Don't tell anyone where they are. Sometimes a crowd isn't a good thing. Physical toxins, mycotoxins, mold, etc. Okay, Todd, um, let's hang around after this is finished because you're asking me a physical thing, and I want to focus just on the meditation aspect with the mind, but I certainly have suggestions for you. So thank you everybody for participating. I did see, truth be known, a few of you nodding off, which is good. You can meditate while you're sleeping. It's all good. There's no wrong way to do it. If after you sleep, you wake up again and you feel, wow, I feel so relaxed. I feel happy. That's it. That's all you want. You don't want any more. Other things will come through time. Don't push yourself. Let the truth come when it's ready. Take the blue pill when you're ready to take the blue pill, okay? Take care, everyone. Keep on passing the love forwards, and look forward to seeing you next time with quieter music, especially at the end. Take care. Love you all. Bye bye.